right, let's start the interview. Yeah.
Good.
So
princess.
first question, Jordan Blue.
Yep.
What motivated you to start streaming on TikTok, and how's your experience been so far?
Well, I see. I know. Well, what's the format of this? Am I talking to y'all?
No, you're talking to the live.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. So, there we go. I know how this might sound, since I'm on the ATRX page, but honestly, the actual reason for me, like, kind of really pursuing this, is because of Kaz and Bill and ATRX and everything. They actually, kind of showed me that I had what it took to pursue this as a career. I started doing it back after American Idol. I had a video go viral of me singing on the street, and I decided to try to capitalize on that moment. So I started posting on TikTok regularly, and then I started going live eventually. And, they reached out at some point. I hopped on a call with Bill, and it's just been up ever since. I've been growing, learning, and doing things that I never even thought that I had the possibility of doing. So.
Awesome. And when did you realize you could make TikTok an actual career? And do you have any regrets about doing so?
Definitely not. I don't have any regrets about pursuing TikTok at all. When I realized I could make it a career, I guess it was probably like, I remember the first time that I made $50 on a live stream. It was, a couple months after trying, of going live and things like that. And I made $50 in probably about 2 or 3 hours or something like that. And I was like, no way. I started doing the math. I think it was like 2 hours or maybe 3 hours, something like that. I was like, no way. I made like $17 an hour. Like, that's crazy. And now here I am. So no, seriously, like, that was the first time I was like, this is the most I've ever made. And yeah, now we're here. So.
Okay, and to follow up with that, what have been some of the highlights for you in that process and some of the lowlights?
Highlights of just going live in general and lowlights?
Yeah.
Highlights would definitely be that I get to meet a lot of really cool people, other creators. Then it also puts me in the position of meeting, like, different supporters and a community that I've built. I started a Discord. I have almost 1,000 people in it right now, which is so crazy to me. Those are 1,000 people that I know that if I was like release a song today and I was like, hey, I would love y'all to go listen, like, those are people who are gonna go and listen to that song, and support me throughout it. They keep it real with me, if they don't like something, they let me know, and if they do like something, then they let me know, which has been really cool, because that's the type of that's what I'm looking for growth. I guess a downside would just be that I really don't know. There was a time whenever it felt, and it was because of the mindset, that it felt like this is a job now, and then it took the fun out of it. But whenever I was able to reignite that fire for it and started adding creativity back into it and started doing more than just singing the same songs, I started doing IRL streams, I started making it fun and doing things that people weren't doing. It makes it so, like, I love this. This is the most fun job that I've ever had, and the best job that I've ever had. So yeah, I don't regret it at all.
Awesome. And next question, what does your preparation process before your live stream look like?
It depends. It depends on what kind of live I'm doing. Sometimes I will like plan out a whole thing. So I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna start with cooking, and then I'm gonna transition into singing. Then I'm gonna do a P.O. box opening, and then I'm gonna, you know what I mean? So I'll set things up in that manner. Other times, I literally roll out of bed and hop on live before I even have a second to think about what I want to do. And sometimes those are the best lives because everything just happens naturally off the cuff, and it's a really cool vibe. So.
And kind of following up with that, how do you decide what topic you're going to do on what day?
Well, recently I've kind of gotten into the swing of trying to make a schedule, and so like every Sunday I'll sit down and I'm like, all right, this Monday I'm gonna do a P.O. box haul, and this Tuesday I'm gonna do cooking and singing stream, and this Wednesday I've got The Voice, and this Thursday I've got, you know what I mean, different things like that.
Right.
Yeah, so just sitting down with myself and trying to make a schedule and being consistent in that manner has definitely helped.
Gotcha. Next question, what are some of the biggest challenges you faced while streaming, and how have you overcame them?
I guess one of the biggest challenges I faced while streaming was just trying to remain comfortable and having it be authentic, because that's one of my biggest things, is just being authentic, like myself, you know what I mean? I'm the same on camera as I am off camera, which I like. It gives me such a comfort in that is because, you know, like I feel like any average person who's not used to being in front of a camera, whenever they're put in front of a camera and ask questions and things, like they're like, yes, well, I like, you know what I mean? It's not natural, and that's what I like about it is that once I was able to find how to be natural and be myself, it just really started flowing and clicking for me. So.
Wow, that's great. How do you feel about winning? How did you feel about winning the trip to New York?
Your voice changed.
That match battle, the whole concept of competing with other creators from ATRX to win the opportunity to have your trip paid for and to be here today for the 1 million Creator Day at headquarters, TikTok.
What was the question?
How did you feel about winning to be
the trip?
Yeah, the trip.
Oh, I felt great.
And why is that?
Well, because I mean, when you really think about it, like, people don't really get in opportunities like this, and so the fact that I'm blessed and fortunate enough to be in a position to get opportunities like this, to experience things that a lot of people don't get to experience, I'm so blessed. So, I don't know. I woke up this morning and I had 2.5 to 3 hours of sleep last night, but I don't feel like it because I'm so happy and energized. Like I'm excited for what the day has to bring, and that's enough energy to get me through it. You know what I mean? Because I'm just excited every day. I wake up and I'm excited and blessed to do what I'm doing. So it just keeps
I actually
that fire
saw
burning.
that you were in the studio with Cos Will last night in Brooklyn.
I was in the studio. Yeah, you must have been stalking me or something. You're outside at the Jamba Juice.
Actually, Rich sent over videos.
Oh, okay, cool.
You guys were vibing.
Yeah.
So do you think having those type of creative things added to your schedule also keeps the fun?
Absolutely. It also keeps me in the mindset of it because as a songwriter, I don't know, this is something that I like to bring light on because a lot of people don't think about. Being an artist and a performer as well as a songwriter it's really, you have to find a balance in it because as a performer, you have to have the utmost confidence. You have to be that guy. You have to go in there and know that you are the shit, you know? And then as a songwriter, you have to be relatable. You have to feel just like everybody else does. You have to, you know what I mean? Because what makes music so good and makes it feel good is that, like, I know what that person was feeling when they wrote that. Like, I've been there. I feel that. I relate to that. But then as a performer, like, you know, you can't just be an average Joe. You got to get up there. You have to show that you can perform and put on a show and, like, be inspirational. So being able to be a person to have both sides of those, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I think that's what makes you unique too, because you're not only are you very artistic and creative, but you're very competitive, which brings me now to Mind Trip.
Yeah.
I remember when I first told you about Mind Trip, you said, oh, I'm winning that. What was that like, especially with all the different themes? Talk to us about Mind Trap and winning the $10,000, which you will be receiving within the next, I think, 10 days, 12 days?
I surely hope so.
So how does that feel? And what was that process? Because you got very creative with that.
I did. See, that's what I love. I love when I'm prompted with a little bit of a vague topic, and then I get to, you know what I mean? Like, somebody gives me a topic, and then I get to make it my own and things like that. So whether it was like all the different dressing up or having to watch the videos and find the secret hidden things and the messages and stuff, like, I love that. Having the riddles in between, like, nobody else is doing that, right? And that's, again, like, this is what I was just talking about. I want to start doing things that nobody else has done before. I want to come up with new shows and new, you know what I mean, content that people aren't doing, and that's exactly what Mind Trap was to me. It was something that's not been done before and I haven't experienced, so it's a really cool vibe. And I think that continuing every single year or every few months and doing that again and leveling it up and growing, and you know what I mean.
How did your community feel about it? Were they excited to be involved? Because a lot of times we look at our communities as being one-dimensional, you know, that they're just giving. But I've noticed that there was a lot more for you and your community.
Yeah, I mean, my community, they're real people. They're humans that I can relate to on a different level than just oh, I sing, you gift. You know what I mean? There are days when I come on, and I've even tried to before. I still don't know how, but I still don't even know how to turn the gifts off. But sometimes I'm like, all right, just stop for a minute. Let's just be here as people. Let's talk. Let's communicate. You know what I mean? A lot of times the communities, and even mine, sometimes, like, I feel like I'll talk and I'll talk and I'll talk, and there's not, you know what I mean? Sometimes I feel like there's not very much response in the chat, because sometimes people like to just listen to what I have to say, which I love. But then there are other times that I'm like, I want to hear what you have to say. I want to sit here. I want to be able to read the chat. I want to talk about the things that you are discussing in the chat. I want to, you know, have a conversation. I don't want it to be so one way. I love having a community that is able to get on here and prompt me with things like, what do you think of this? All right, well, tell me about this. How do you feel about this? I love, it's a two-way street. You know?
How has your community inspired you?
Oh man, they inspire me every single day. Some days I don't even want to get up out of bed, but I get on live still, and that's only because of them, you know? If I was getting on there, you know, sometimes it's discouraging to get on live and only have 2 or 3 viewers, or 10 or 15 even, you know what I mean? But you have to. Everybody starts there. Everybody starts with nothing, and you have to build something from nothing. And I'd like to think, you know, so far, I know we have a lot more to go. What is this, lockdown? What's happening? Is this the purge? What's happening, man?
No. This is called mid-afternoon mood change.
Okay. And so, yeah, I completely forgot what I was talking about. So that's, yeah, you know?
No, that's what we're talking about, the community. One more thing, when it comes to your community, what do you think is the greatest strength that they provide to you? I know they inspire you, but what else do they do for you?
Well, I mean, so obviously they inspire me to keep going and writing music and doing things that I might not have the energy to do myself.
This is not a creepy movie. It's okay.
It's
okay. We're scared. No, he's scared. You're on the 57th floor. Nothing's going to happen to you. Yes, that's what happens. Automatically the windows go up, but it's okay. Everything's
My bad. Sorry, chat. Well, so I mean, on top of inspiring me to do more and be better and grow every single day, they also pick me up when I'm down, and they share those happy moments with me when I'm up. And sometimes they're down, and I'll give them a little pep talk. So like, we fill each other up, you know?
Nice.
I feel like they inspire me, I inspire them, which is amazing. But even on top of that, like, you can't give if you don't have anything to give. You know what I mean? On days whenever I'm just so low and only have 20%, a lot of people might be like, I'm not even going to get on live. I don't have anything to give. But even having those low days might be something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought it was I also found it very inspirational, because Kaz and I were talking about this, how excited your community got about the opportunity for you to come to New York, that they really wanted this for you. And
Yeah.
they really showed up.
Man, they're amazing. I'm so blessed. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's hard to even like accept it. You know, they're so giving. They're so giving, and I'm a giver. I feel like they're for the most part kind of two types of people in the world. There are people with their hands like this, and then there are people who fill those hands. You know what I mean?
Which, by the way, is a great transition, because there's something that just recently filled your hands, which you shared with your community. And I remember the night that you did it, the emotions that you felt. So can you explain to us, was that one of your biggest moments on TikTok Live?
I definitely think so.
And
Yeah.
can you tell us what the big reveal, which we all debated, but you were like, no, they want to know.
Yeah. So that was the thing, is that it was a very big decision for me, and some of y'all might know what I'm talking about already, but I'll get to that in a second. But it was a big choice and life decision. It was a life-changing thing for me, and then so just trying to figure out if it was the right call to let y'all know or not, or to, you know, tell y'all at a specific time, or just tell y'all immediately, or what the vibe was. And you know, I talked to Kaz about it, I talked to Bill about it, and you know, obviously they were in support of anything that I decided, but also they were just keeping it in mind. They were like, you know, maybe it's not the right time, maybe you shouldn't yet. And I don't know, I just felt very strongly in that moment. I was like, no, this is the time to tell them, after the finals on Mind Trap, and I'm glad that I did. And for anybody who doesn't know what I'm talking about, I just recently had my son. He was born, he's, you know, a little over 5 weeks now. It was a huge life-changing moment for me. Something that I did not know that I was ready for, but You know, I don't know. I think God knew enough for both of us, and so.
Yeah, that night you shared it was magical, man. Like, how did you feel when you revealed and you were holding him? How did that feel?
I just had chills the whole time. I had chills the whole time, and in that moment, like, I feel like I was really noticing and like realizing like that was like a huge beginning. That was a huge beginning. It was so surreal. I don't know. Like, I think that everybody on the other side of the phone could feel what I was feeling in that moment. It was such an energy filled and just good feeling.
Good. Thank you for sharing.
Okay, now next question. How do you feel about coming to TikTok New York City headquarters to stream?
I feel great about it. Your voice keeps changing, man. This is weird.
I'm sick, man. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Nah, I feel really cool about it. Like I said earlier, I was telling them I did get the chance, thankfully, to go to the LA headquarters, which was really cool. But it's a different vibe out here as well, you know, coming to New York and things like that. Like, things are real fast paced, and I'm the type of person that loves cool, what do you call it, like surroundings and cool environments, a really cool environment to stream in. And this is, I mean, the coolest place, you know what I mean? The place where everything happens, you know?
Definitely. And to follow up on that, you mentioned you've been to TikTok LA, right?
I did, yes.
So how have you gotten into events like that, like TikTok NYC, TikTok LA? Can you touch up on that?
Yeah, so it definitely I couldn't have done it without the help from, I mean, obviously TikTok has blessed me, and just I wouldn't be where I am today and have the influence and have the community and the support that I do today without TikTok. But also specifically ATRX and the agency that I'm in right now has they set me up with all these possibilities. They put me in these competitions, and when you win or whenever you get to a certain stage, you get to come out to different events like this. You know, they've flown me out to Dallas for Content Week and LA for Content Week, and I went to the TikTok headquarters at LA. I had takeovers on the TikTok page.
You sung for the whole staff at TikTok in LA.
I did. I got to sing for all of the staff at the TikTok headquarters in LA, and that'd be really cool to do here too, at New York.
Nico's busy right now, but we'll keep nudging him on that. Nico's busy right now, but Jordan would love to sing for everybody.
No, he knows. I'm just playing.
Okay, now last question. Are you excited about today's 1 million plus creator day run by TikTok?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm really excited to see everything that they have in store. I'm really excited to, you know, hopefully maybe get to, you know, get to sing for everybody at the headquarters. That'd be cool if maybe somebody could set that up.
And then lastly, for anyone on the ATRX page who doesn't know who you are or where to find your page, can you just give them your @
We're crazy, dude.
It's Jour Blue. My name is Jordan Blue, and you can find me at JOUR Blue, just like the color, JOURBLUE.
We're almost done. Rapid fire. You just have to give us a respond.
All right.
Fast food or fine dining?
Yes. Oh,
No, you gotta repeat the question.
fine dining, 100%. Fine dining, fast food or fine dining? Fine dining, dude.
Marriage, one night stand.
Neither.
Wait. Appropriate for our official account. Just kidding. No, just kidding. Go ahead.
The gym?
Why is it?
The gym or doing push-ups?
The gym. Hot yoga.
Changing diapers or not changing diapers?
Come on, Bill. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Not changing diapers, Bill.
Okay. I was watching him live, and you had to get his like little pacifier and all that stuff ready, and you were getting the milk ready. What is that process like for you? Do you feel manly when you're doing it?
Do I feel manly whenever I'm
You know, prepping the baby to be
milk?
fed. Yeah.
Milk. Yeah. No, yeah. I feel really manly in that moment. I'm just, you know.
Auto-tune or no auto-tune?
I think that they both have their. I personally don't use auto-tune. Other than like if I'm recording or something like that, every recording artist uses auto. Any song you hear on the radio has a degree of auto-tune in it. And I think like, you know, T-Pain is an example of how like he doesn't need it. He's an amazing singer, but he uses it because that's the vibe that he's trying to create. You know what I mean? So I think they both have their purposes, but me personally, I prefer without.
Last one. Everyone says that they have to have reverb and all of those different effects when they sing on TikTok. You just bring it raw. So can you just give everyone a raw sample of your voice and how dope it is, and that you don't need all those fancy things?
100%, Bill. Give me a beat.
That's Coskin.
No, Bill. Give me a beat.
Acapella.
Bit. Okay. How about we do a little...
You only know one song. Go ahead, sing that I Was Born by the River. Go ahead.
I was born by the river in a little town, oh, and just like the river, I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, oh, and that's all I know. I don't know the next part. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, last. What song did you sing on American Idol?
All of them. I sang all of them. Every single one. All
You
of them.
did?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Can you give us a piece of one that you felt that you really nailed it?
Yeah. I sang a song that goes like, I lose control when you're not next to me. Yeah. I'm falling apart right in front of you. Can't you see? I lose control when you're not next to me. Yeah.
Hey, there we go. I think I'm cool. Hey, Nico, did we miss any questions? Is there one last question you'd like to ask?
I think that's all.
We're good?
We're really good.
All right. Hey, we're going to sign off. If you want to sign off to everyone.
I have a couple questions for you,
Yes,
Bill.
yes.
First of all, what's your name?
Bill,
All right, nice. How long you been doing this in ATRX?
3 years.
Absolutely. What is the most rewarding part of it?
Working with creators that realize that the world is their oyster and that just
Nice.
really want to...
Yeah. Okay, we're doing rapid fire here.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right, what's your favorite color?
Blue.
All right, what's your address?
79245672 151 42nd Street, 57th floor.
Nice, cool. And your social, real quick.
1 3 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15.
Nice. All right, cool. Thank you. Appreciate that, Bill.
Oh, one last question.
Yeah. You're coming up with some...
No, this is the last one.
This is a joke.
Creative network, being a part of an agency, or just being a creator without an agency?
Oh, no, definitely with an agency.
And why is that?
I mean, any problems that you run into, TikTok is great, but sometimes with the algorithm and things like that, like sometimes some issues will happen. You might get banned for something that you don't really deserve to get banned for. You can file an appeal, and typically, things might work out that way, but it's so much faster and more efficient if you do end up working with an agency. They can help you solve any problems that you have. If you have any questions and you don't know, like, hey, what did I do wrong? Why did this happen? Or, hey, like, how can I elevate my life? How can I do this? Why are my views low right now? If you're having any issues like that, an agency is a way to fix all of that. They'll kind of give you a blueprint to help you figure it out.
And do you think accessibility is important, like being able to reach out to the agency?
Absolutely, especially because I've heard, no names or anything like that, but I've heard people in certain agencies where they do have an issue and they reach out, and then it takes days, if not weeks, if they ever do end up reaching out. So not only having an agency that you can reach out to, but an agency that is actually there for you and help you and works in a timely manner. Will answer your calls whenever you have them.
Yeah, and how often do you call Bill and Cox?
Probably only once in a month, once every blue moon, maybe once in 3 months, something like that.
You do, That's it? You don't
Yeah.
call them like 2 o'clock in the morning?
No, probably only once in like 3 months or
He
something.
only just calls you once, and then he'll call you back again after that to remind you that you missed his call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you don't see the text message within 3 seconds,
Yeah, well-
like, didn't you realize I just texted you?
That's my mom's fault. That's my mom's fault.
But kudos to you. You asked me. We love working with creators like yourself, creators like Kill Little, Mr. Die For, Gooch, and we appreciate the fact that you guys bring so much energy, but you bring it in a way where, even when there's uncertainty, you still bring that energy, and you just trust in your energy and the support that you have.
Absolutely.
So thank you, man. We look forward to the rest of today, and thank you for doing this for us.
Can't wait. Can't wait. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, that's it. We're good.